Hi there folks, and welcome to the Word Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 40. So in our first story, which is from a science theme, is that NASA has discovered 7 Earth-sized planets this week, orbiting a single star, and they're saying that in 3 of them there could potentially be life, so aliens, Star Wars, it's all happening. And NASA have actually drawn this nice wee tourist poster, kind of proposing the idea of visiting this faraway system. And hopefully it's not going to turn out like that film Passengers, where the people wake up 90 years early, but never mind. Anyway, it's a whole 40 light years away from Earth. So if 1 light year is approximately 6 trillion miles, how many miles is Earth from this TRAPPIST-1, this star? And you have to give your answer in words. So obviously it's a straightforward multiplication, but we need to be able to put 6 trillion properly into a calculator. So billion is 1,000 million. So trillion is going to be a million, which means it's going to be 6 and 12 zeros, 6 million. Now that's 1 light year, so for 40 light years we're going to multiply by 40. The problem is if you put that into your calculator, it's not going to be able to show that number on the screen because it's too big, and something like this is going to appear, and this is called, funnily enough, scientific notation. So 2.4 times 10 to the power of 14, but in order to give our answer in words, we need to be able to write this number out fully first of all. So this means we've got a 2 and 14 numbers after the 2. So a 2, a 4, and then it's going to be 13 zeros after that. So this is what this number looks like. So how would we write it in words? Well, let's look at place value. This is units, tens, hundreds. These are all thousands. These are all millions. These are all billions. And these are all trillions. So we can write the 240 bit as it appears. It's 240 trillion miles, and that's how far away this star is from Earth. So quite far if you want to pop over for a visit. Okay, so in our next story, the sports story, we had Sutton United playing the mighty Arsenal in the FA Cup, but the scandal is that the reserve goalkeeper was caught eating a pie live on television, and rumours have surfaced now that a bookmaker had offered odds of 8 to 1 that he would eat this pie on camera at any point during the match. So if a punter, so somebody that put a bet on, receives £72 back from betting on Wayne eating a pie, how much must they put on? So this sounds quite simple, but how bets actually work is that you place your stake money on, that's multiplied by 8, and that's returned to you along with your original stake. So that means we've got to do 72 divided by 9, not 72 divided by 8. So that gives us an answer of an £8 bet, and then we could just work it out just to double check. So we multiply the 8 by 8, that gives us 64, but then we have to add our stake that we put on back as well. So we do 64, add our £8 stake, and that comes to £72. So wee bit tricky there, but maybe that's something new that we've learned. Okay, so on to a health and wellbeing story. We've got a Paisley woman, a very excellent budgeter, and she manages to feed her family for just 62p a portion, thanks to bulk buying meat and vegetables. So how much would it cost Lorna, this lady, to make dinner for her family each week? So at 62 pence a portion, there are 4 people in her family, so for the cost of 1 dinner we do 62 pence times 4, and of course there's 7 days in a week, so we need to multiply this number by 7. So that's going to give us a total cost for the week of £17.36. What a fantastic budgeter she is. Okay, and so on to our last story now, the technology story. So when I was your age, this is the kind of phones we used to have, and when they came out, they were groundbreaking. They were absolutely incredible. So what they're doing with these Nokia 3310s is they're actually re-releasing them, but they're not pitching them as your first smartphone, they're pitching it as a reliable, nostalgic backup phone. So if your phone ever needs to go in to get fixed, you would then put your SIM card into this, and you would still have a phone in the meantime, and that's why it's only going to be costing £50. So if an iPhone 7, one of these ones that breaks all the time because we drop it and smash the screen or whatever, costs £579, how many of these Nokia 3310 handsets could we afford to buy with the same amount of money? In other words, how many times does £50 go into £579? So it's a good old-fashioned divide. This gives us an answer of 11.58, but of course we can't buy 0.58 of a smartphone, So the answer is going to be 11 Nokia 3310s, because of course we can't round up in this case, because that would mean we don't have enough money. The question stated how many could we afford to buy, so in this particular case we would have to round down. Anyway folks, there you have it. That was our What Solutions for the Daily Rigour issue number 40. I hope you found that useful. Stay tuned for next week's issue, number 41, when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and bye for now.